Our last goal type we're going to take a look at. Let's go ahead and scroll down to our goals here. This was going to be the timer goal, so if you click and hold on it, go ahead and go to the first option again for goal setting. So instead of item or location, we'll do timer. And with timer, we have a icon down here for a time. This is going to be till for the player, when the player triggers the goal here, it's going to be saying, if it's on enter, over on the other side you'll say whether you count up, whether you're counting from the time it loads, stop, pause. So you can change each aspect of it from the first time it starts to whether you trigger and enter it, exit. The overall time at the end then is goal time. So for instance, we could say when the player enters, we want the enter state to start counting. We'll do we'll do a count up. We'll do it that way, or a countdown. So we'll say count down from 3 seconds. Okay. On exit, we're doing nothing. So basically, you trigger it, and it's going to automatically just start counting down to 3. All right. Now, if we want to see it, just so we can have a visual here, we'll put in a GUI button, and we'll use our watcher. So we're going to watch a property from the goal, and the property we want to watch is just going to be the goal time. So we'll go over here and do the goal count. Alright, and then the word back will still be on there, but that's okay. Alright, so once it loads up, so when we walk over to it, we now have the counter counting down. So we count down to 0, and then we have the 2.5 second countdown for where the goal is, and then it loads back up. And then our goal for the scene, we just had it. If we want to set it for level for scene 2, on level 2, we can go to the manager on that and set the level ID to number 1, so it'll load the next one at the end of it. Alright, so basically though, that's going to be the general idea behind that. We could even do a little bit extra here just so you can see it without the word on there. Alright, so if we take this, we'll have it where it's just the text showing up for it. And the idea behind this though for the timer is that, again, you could do it, for instance, I could say on enter, it's going to count down. But then on exit, we could actually go over here and say, how about we stop? So it's going to, actually we could say stop or pause. We could do a pause too. I think stop will keep it where it'll allow you to keep going down after that. Alright, and then let's make a little bit bigger of a time. We'll say, we'll go for 10 seconds on it. Alright, so what we should see is nothing where the GUI button was. We've hidden the image itself. So when you walk over this, you'll just get the little timer counting down from 10. And oh, we actually have to make sure we do the trigger exit option for it. But for this one though, it'll just continue counting down until it hits 0. And then we'll eventually add extra for how many points, decimal places after, if you want to show none or you want to show several. Alright, and then just one more element to this one, just so we can see that one how it was working, is on the trigger, for the trigger states, if you have the trigger exit off on this one, that way it'll trigger the event when it happens, then we'll be able to see the stop happen with it. Alright, so then when we go over to it, we count. When we leave it, it stops. Alright, so that's just kind of a nice fun way to do it, and the stopping is a stop to reset, so it actually takes it back up to the original value. Alright, so there we go. That's going to be the basic setup for the timer. So that gives us all 3 states. This is the timer state. It allows you to actually set up another unique element to how a goal can actually be met. It can count down or count up. It's just based on whichever way you want to use it for, and then you can display it through the GUI.